Solar Builder's 2021 Community Solar Project of the Year is the 11 megawatt Duke Realty portfolio in New Jersey. It highlights the power of progressive public policy to encourage renewable energy projects that are beneficial to the community in terms of energy, equity, and jobs. Here to tell us about it is Sean Keegan, founder and CEO of Solar Landscape, and Megan Basor, Vice President of Corporate Responsibility for Duke Realty. What stood out most to me, and I assume our voters, as you guys got the most votes in this category, is the electricity is only being sold to homes and apartments from this portfolio, no anchor subscriber, which I think is pretty cool. And over half of that is going to low to moderate income households. And there's also a really cool solar job training component that played a part in this as well. Megan, was this Duke's first foray into community solar?
Yeah, this is. We've looked at a couple different options and different types of solar that we have on some of our roofs. This is our first community solar that we've done. So it's a unique opportunity for us to take a different approach, kind of test it out, see how it worked. As Sean mentioned, they had broached us, asked if we were interested, and did a huge brunt of the legwork as far as getting it taken care of. But it's a great project and we're happy to be part of it.
So on that legwork side of things, Sean, were there any particular blips or challenges?
I think anytime you're dealing with a new program, people are going to be skeptical and you have to educate them on the benefits of that program. And especially when it looks and feels sort of like retail energy or third-party energy, which people are very commonly approached about here in New Jersey. So we have to, our biggest hurdle to overcome is just getting people's heads wrapped around how it works and that we're not retail energy, that it really is a local clean energy source. Because once people understand the program, everyone is eager to sign up. It's just the challenge is just helping them to understand.
On the subscriber side of things and kind of those details about how it's set up, how much of that was dictated by the New Jersey program requirements and how much of that was determined by you?
Well, we could have gone commercial. We could have used an anchor subscriber. We had a lot of success with our nonprofit partners. The mandate was that we reach 51% low to moderate income. So it's hard to figure out who's going to be in that category through direct mail. So like the best way to go about it, we found, was to partner with like the Boys and Girls Club of Newark is a good example, where we basically incentivize them to educate their members and constituents around how this all works. So we decided to go 100% residential based on the fact that we had really competent partners who were helping us reach that population.
And then Megan, could you break down maybe some of the benefits that Duke Realty is getting out of this as well?
Sustainable development for us has different approaches. So it's how does it impact the community? How does it impact the environment? How is it going to impact our tenants? So it really hit a lot of those for us. And so it was a great program. As he mentioned, there are a lot of different ones out there. I think each of them have different benefits. And we really look at our roofs are such a huge asset. They're huge. So the ability to really put something up there that can do good, especially with certain assets where that makes the most sense, it was good for us. So it was a combination of giving back to the community, the social injustice, being able to provide clean energy to lower income. The training is great. I think the more people that you're helping provide jobs in the future, that was a huge one personally for me that I really appreciated.
Glad you brought that up. Great segue. Solar Landscape trained more than 100 solar installers, I think, as a result of this project, which is a pretty incredible number. How exactly did that work? It seems like that would be tough to manage all of that alongside of, completing project objectives on time and, on budget.
Well, we got our start close to 11 years ago now as a solar contractor. So our background is as a builder and an installer of solar panels. And the company's grown organically over the years into becoming a developer, now owner operator of these sites. But our core was as a builder. So we still employ a little over 50 electricians and installers who put the panels in. So what happened was there's a major shortage in the skilled labor pool for solar installer. So we partnered with GAF Roofing, which is one of the biggest manufacturers in the world, and we added to their existing roofing curriculum, and we added some solar installation components. And then we were able to, again, through some of those partners who we had already formed relationships with on the subscriber side to basically facilitate, people signing up for the project and buying the power. They were also really interested in the jobs training component. And so we found ourselves with plenty of classes and seats to be filled through our partners. And then we were able to make the time. Basically, we hired a full-time jobs trainer as a result of this project. So we had hired somebody 1099 to help us do the trainings, and then he did a great job, and it's kind of become a big part of like the company's mantra, I guess, or ethos, is that we really like training the workforce of the future. I think we're good at it, and so it's just a natural fit for us.
Megan, just any other solar projects coming down the pike for Duke Realty?
We are, it takes a long time to put these solar projects together. And once you find good partners, it's important to try to take advantage of that process and continue to work together. We're still trying to figure out how the best use of our roofs is. So we are looking at different opportunities, not only in that market and in a couple of our other markets as well. We're also trying to figure out how it impacts our tenants as well. So not only impacting our communities, but trying to partner with them, that if there's an opportunity to offset their operations so that they can have a big impact as well, looking at that too.
Curious, Sean, any last thoughts or anything else coming up for solar landscape that you'd like to highlight?
We have a lot more of these projects coming down the pike. Your question before about the next Duke project, hopefully it's right around the corner too, as far as community solar, because they were a great partner to work with, and that's been our biggest portfolio to date with these guys. So we're looking forward to doing the next one. And I think the idea of community solar, environmental justice, promoting solar for all is just like, it just speaks to like why we got in the industry in the first place, to have a positive impact on our community.
Well, and once again, that's why I want to say congrats that you took our Community Solar Project of the Year award. And I really loved that it was a community solar project that took place in urban centers that had used up a ton of roof space instead of using extra green space to do that. I mean, which is cool too, but I like that we can use as much available roof space as we can.
Yeah, totally.